Boom! We are live, folks. We are live. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. Happy Pi Day, and we're serving up a fresh slice of NXT tonight. We've got two titles on the line. We've got a update on the status of Roxanne Perez, and we've got Johnny Gargano back in NXT. So strap on and strap in, folks, because NXT starts right now. Boom, like I said, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are back at it like a jackrabbit with NXT tonight. Happy Pi Day, like I said, Pi. But we've got the fallout from Roadblock. I am Big Nick, by the way. I'm joined as always on every Tuesday night by Piff Cliff. But we've got a pretty stacked card so far tonight with NXT. We've got Apollo Crews versus Dabba-Kato, Commander of Sneeze. We've got an open challenge for the NXT North American Championship. We've got the tag titles on the line. We've got Gargano back, and I guess an update to the Roxanne Perez situation. Shawn Michaels has come out and said that she's at least been released from the medical facility because they want to make sure to cover that up. And we also have the contract signing. But she's been released from a medical facility, and now we need to talk about the NXT Women's Championship, and that might need to. We're going to have qualifying matches now for a ladder match at Stand and Deliver, folks.
There you go.
But what up, everybody in the chat? Damien, Dakota, Damien again. Mick, what up? What up, homie? I'm here. Roxanne Perez stripped of the title. It's not fair. Well, she hasn't supposedly officially yet been stripped of the title.
So, Greg,
Greg, what up? Curtis, if it's a Tuesday night, we got NXT. Absolutely. Like I said, it's Pi Day. It's, hey, yo day, unofficially. So we're serving up that fresh slice of NXT. Why? Jack, what up? Larry, never fear. Larry is here. Steven, what up? What up? My day was good. How was your day, sir? By the way,
it's going good.
Are you dealing with? Well, no, you're down in Florida. If you're on the Northeast like I am, I'm sure, depending on where you are, it's a fantastic day of nothing but slush, lousy weather.
Yeah, it's good here. I must say, it was a nice day today.
Yeah, of course, in sunny Florida. But we're getting a replay of, and so I'll ask your opinion, and I'll ask the people in the chat and everything, as we've got Steven, Jordan, Excalibur. Whoa, Christ, we've got Excalibur. But how did you feel about them doing the whole, obviously very much a work situation of Roxanne Perez collapsing, etc., etc.?
Yeah, I guess it's because I understand, because I know that you're not a fan of it because of everything that happened with that Buffalo Bills player, but I guess I'm so numb to it because I'm so used to them pushing the envelope for over the year. I mean, I've been a fan since for 30 years, so I've seen them do stupid stuff like this all the time.
And it is, I guess, in respects to, or it's a past spot, a callback to a spot Shawn Michaels did, as we've got Gargano coming out, by the way. But and I know I'm probably kind of on an island with this, of just, to me, it was wrong place, wrong time to do something like that. And to still try and act like it's so super serial, especially this is a company that's trying to get legalized to where you can bet on these matches in certain states, and we're gonna pretend that a fake injury is as real gets. So, but yes, we have Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Gargano coming out right now. The first time, I think they said, in 15 months since he's been back in NXT.
Wow.
Rocco, I've seen this. Maybe potentially he might be announcing that tomorrow. But, well, you're originally from New York and all of that. So how do you feel about Aaron Rodgers potentially being a Jet? Side note.
I mean, got the best they could do. I mean, he's kind of out of his prime, so.
Oh wow! Shots fired! Shots fired! Hot takes from Cliff Stradamus over there. NXT Championship, Women's Championship qualifier match will be officially decided inside a Hell of a Cell. I don't think that no, it's getting the finals decided inside a ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Harley, what up? How you doing? Curtis, last year's ladder match for the North American title at NXT Stand and Deliver, stole the show with the fatal 4-way for the women's title coming in a close second. While looks like we might be getting another ladder match at Stand and Deliver. But how do you feel that we had Dragon Lee in attendance that night? We didn't have him, as everybody had kind of predicted, that he was going to be the advocate for Shawn Michaels. Instead, now we've got Johnny Gargano out here doing it.
I mean, either way, it's both pretty interesting how they went about it. But I mean, I think I would have liked it if Dragon Lee was the the surrogate wrestler, but I don't know. It was everyone thought it was going to be Dragon Lee, but who better than Johnny Gargano too? I mean, either way you look at it, it's still good.
You want to know who better? Kanan. Yeah. Who better than Kanan?
Well, that's a fact.
No, I like that. Well, we're tying this in across all. We're tying the storylines together in the MCU, the WCU, I guess, right now of Johnny Gargano's back in NXT to finish his story. Very much like Cody Rhodes, like Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Y2K made me stop caring about the Jets. What the hell does that have to do with the Jets, Larry? But fair enough. Ric Flair announcement to induct the Great Muta into the WWE Hall of Fame. Well, might be the Great Muta. It might be not. It might be Stacy Keibler. I mean, do you not see the wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, introducing somebody like Stacy Keibler into the Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Woo!
So Gargano right now talking to Waller. I think that's going to be a really good match between Gargano's not doing a ton on the main roster, so him and NXT works perfectly to me.
That's why I'm not opposed to this because, yeah, like you said, he wasn't doing anything on the main roster. So, I mean,
he was hanging out with the Not Way. With
the not way.
Excalibur saying Lee would have been great, but Johnny makes perfect sense. Yeah, touche. Yeah. Or tabernacle. Steven, find out Pat McAfee tomorrow afternoon to find out where Rogers is going to go. Steven, you read my mind. You said it because I didn't. But absolutely, I feel like, we might get, instead of an Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, we might get an Aaron Rodgers Wednesday. Oh, what the hell? So we're getting now, I guess if you go to Grayson Wall's live stream, he's at Johnny Gargano's house. What? Is this trying to go to the Steve Austin Pillman situation?
Similar, I guess, but I mean, obviously, in today's world, you can't really do that.
Well, and how far away does Johnny Gargano live from Full Sail there in Orlando?
Full Sail? Oh, Axiom.
He's being Wesley's bodyguard. So do we get a heel turn from Axiom of just, it was me, Wes, it was me all along?
Could be.
Give me a hell yeah. Why? Heather, what up? I'm currently in Winnipeg. Fair enough. I guess you travel north of the border, but right now we've got Pretty Deadly coming out, and that's still, I think CJ popularized it of like the little what they did, the little side like thrust action game there. But coming up next, folks, we have Pretty Deadly versus Gallus for the NXT tag titles.
Why do I hate
give
this
us some predictions for that, folks? Why
do I hate this tag team?
Because they should be maximum male models. Then again, if you watch Monday Night Raw and you saw Otis, or as I like to call him now halfway kind of sort of part of the maximum male models, I dig it. I saw people saying, if I'm going to tell my kids this is what Black Eyed Peas was, you're so 3,000 and late. They are a good tag team. It's interesting to see that the transition from when they closed down NXT UK to straight to NXT. Gallus, to me, I feel is the more dominant team here. Of their NXT has a lot of teams right now that could go up to the main roster. I feel, and we could send maybe like the Viking Raiders with Valhalla and maybe a few others down to NXT, because like Indusher could go up there. Honestly, maybe the Creed brothers could go up there. Gallus could definitely go up there. So
there's pretty good teams over here.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like they need tag teams on the main roster that look like they could do something there. And those two teams look the part. I mean, they're good.
They look like what you would picture with, like, it goes back to when you had the Ascension, when you had Authors of Pain. And
I honestly think that Indusher is better than those two teams. I don't know why, but I just feel like they're better than that.
Oh, 100%. Well, and I think, honestly, with Jinder, it helps revitalize him, and it does give him a good spot of even if he's a little bit managerish, kind of wrestles, kind of in betweens. I'm fine with that. Yeah. But Scott, shout out. Thank you very much for the super chat. By the way, folks, we do have the super chat, the super stickers, got the Discord, the merch store. We got the Spotify's. We got anything and everything. But we do have the super chat, the super stickers. If you want to make sure that we get to your comment, if you want to let us know what you got to say, and if you just want to help support the channel. But shout out Scott saying, I'm playing WWE 2K3. What? Yeah. Why? I've thought about getting 2K23, but I'm kind of waiting until a few more people, like till it's kind of run its course a little bit initially and all the bugs kind of get worked out of. I almost feel like if I hadn't have known that Super Cena might allegedly be a thing in the game, I would have thought that was found a bug. But I guess we supposedly have invisible Super Cena, literally you can't see me, in the game. And we also have action figure John Cena that are quote unquote unlockables. Why? Stone Cold, why? Big Nick, why? Give me a hell yeah. Well, we are in commercial break right now, folks. So how are you feeling on a Tuesday? How are you feeling on a Pie Day? And by the way, like I said, I think somebody mentioned it earlier in the chat, of very much T's and P's anniversary, unfortunately, to the passing of Scott Hall as well. I guess one time a nice old hey yo.
Hey yo. Yeah. It didn't feel like a year, man. That's crazy. How fast that went.
Yeah, it was so weird. If you pull out all the stuff and it's like the memories show up and it's like, oh wow, that was a year ago.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
But Gargano heading home now. They got the replay from moments ago. Victor, Nick, do you guys see Garcia twins, formerly known as the Bellas, going to AEW? I was waiting for someone to bring that up, Victor, and we'll talk about that in the next commercial break. Spoiler alert. Because we've got Gallus coming out right now, so we're getting the tag match kicking off. But next commercial break, I don't know if you've heard about that, sir, but the Bella twins very much announced themselves as they're now the Garcias on Twitter, so kind of signifying that they're done with WWE and there's a lot of people speculating that they might be, if not going to AEW, maybe we're going to get another reality show or something like that, of especially since AEW likes to add All Access and might have a Saturday show as well.
Well,
So
I'd also like to add that it kind of makes sense, at least for Brie, because her husband works for AEW, so it kind of makes sense in that aspect. But I mean, and then obviously if Brie goes, I mean, they're twins; they always do shit together. So
yeah, but Brian just was on AEW saying it's time for me to go home, and now his wife's like, "No, it's not, mother." Like the reverse Giselle.
But yeah, they're reversing
out there. You keep fighting. But folks, we've got Gallus versus Pretty Deadly kicking off right now. We've got the introductions right now, so give us your predictions in the chat. Let us know who you're taking. I'm taking Gallus. Who are you taking, sir? Who is Cliff Stradamus taking? You got the headpiece nearby or no?
Dude, I'm taking I'm taking Gallus. I got to go with you on this one.
Fair enough. I mean, they just won the titles. Pretty Deadly did have a bit of a reign with them.
Yeah, but the thing is like Deadly, the whatever, Prickly Deadly, whatever you want to call them.
Prickly Deadly? The one of the
cactus? Pretty, yeah. They just don't look like championship material. I'm sorry, they don't.
No, they look like maximum male models.
Yeah, they do.
What it is.
They do.
Heather, I think you get 2K23 on pretty much any gaming platform. But we've got Mark Coffey, and I believe that's Elton Prince right now in the ring. Yeah, they went that far. They have names like Elton Prince and everything, and they're not the maximum male models. Instead, we've got Massey and Mansour and Otis.
Mansour.
Yeah, that's the maximum male models. Gallus Pretty Deadly after Mina call up.
Well, sir, I think that says pretty deadline.
Well, okay, English professor there. Breaking out his red pencil. Sorry. Gallus retained. Don't see anyone beating Gallus for a while. Wouldn't mind seeing Gallus versus Veer and saying, yeah, Indusher versus Gallus. To me, though, that screams stand and deliver if we're going to do that.
I think that's the end game there. That should be the end game right there. Just the build for that match, because honestly, I don't think there is a tag team that really matches up well other than that.
But does that not sound more like if you were to look at a Raw or a SmackDown, doesn't that sound more like a number one contenders match than, say, the Viking Raiders versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet, say, for a tag title shot? Like, those two teams, A, they seem like teams, and B, they look like they will knock your goddamn teeth in. Not saying Braun won't, but it's getting to the point where you can't take the Viking Raiders seriously, I feel. And I could be biased, but
no, I agree.
Brian went home to take care of the kids while his wife and his sister go to work at AEW. Oh, Lord. So they're going to be part of what was the freelancers and is now the outsiders of now they're just trying to go full NWO bullshit with it. But Gallus right now in control. Double sunset flip right now. Oh,
there you go.
What about Otis as the newest member of Max? Right, Curtis, I was talking about Otis. 100%. I dig it. I saw someone that was comparing his sunglasses from last night to Batista's from a while back.
Yeah.
But we are in picture right now, folks, or at least I am, as Pretty Deadly gets dumped on the outside. Fox does not want Ronda Rousey, Hit Row, Karen Cross, and Scarlett. Draft will be in May, what I read. Yes, I did see that as well, Dale. Shout out. It's going to be interesting to see if, when, how they do a draft, especially if the company is potentially being sold and media rights being sold, and people are leaking out that Fox very much overpaid for SmackDown, so that might be why they don't want certain people on SmackDown.
Interestingly enough, I kind of agree with the Ronda Rousey, but I just want her to stay away completely.
I almost feel like that wouldn't be an issue with her.
Yeah.
Creed, why? Yes, I feel like they could if Gable Stevenson goes to the main roster, you can 100% put the Creeds around him as a faction.
Yeah.
Mick, yes, we will be here 100% doing the re-bar mitzvah of MJF tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite. And then we're going to be back here Thursday for Ring of Honor and Impact. Friday, SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, we were literally even just talking about that before of what we've got coming down the pipeline, folks. So absolutely be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. And we're covering wrestling pretty much damn near for life at this point. Nobody gives you the alternative commentary that we do. We're the wrestling channel that even the wrestlers tune into, even people at the shows we're tuning into. So 100% thank you to everybody that's in the chat, that's watching right now, that's been here for a hot minute, that's liked the video, that's hit the bell notification, that's subscribed. But if you haven't done so already, what the hell are you waiting for? It's free, it costs you nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Waller just broke into Johnny Gargano's house. Yes, we did see that. Is he going to pull a Brian Pillman a little bit? Yes, Otis. Everybody's a fan of Otis now. We're getting back to how he was when he was with Mandy and when he won the briefcase.
They did this angle once before with the break-in when Edge had the feud with Seth Rollins not too long ago.
Yeah, touche. Well, Scott says, I think Gable will be more serious soon. Yeah, well, I've heard talks that they're trying to set up Gable for a bit of a singles push and like an actual serious singles push. So I could see maybe that's how you break him away from Otis. Raid wins, then Gallus joins. No, you don't combine those. I can't wait to watch Nick Gage versus Master Slamovich, the GCW World Championship Saturday night. Well, we'll probably be here covering it. Yeah, I took that already as the yep, or a yeah instead of a yep. But yes, absolutely, folks. Be a victor, buy the merch as well. Be a friend, tell a friend, help support the channel, all of that. Still just a barely over a year old, folks. What? As I've got at least picture in picture. I don't know if you're in full commercial, but I've got picture in picture, and I've got Pretty Deadly actually in control right now.
Yeah.
With a front face lock on. Why did I Mark Coffee? There we go. Because I was thinking of where's Joe Coffee been on my screen. Joe Mama, I need Joe Coffee. Well, we are back. We got a roll up from Gallus. Oh, back body drop. Pretty Deadly is an actual, like I said, they're a good tag team. They very much remind me of Zoolander. They're like, I feel like their name should be just like Hans and Franz.
That'd be great.
A little bit, because that's character-wise, look-wise, that's what they remind me of. But in
that would probably make me like them just a tad bit more.
So then just picture that in your mind's eye of they're just Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz. I swear to God,
they can go in the ring. Like they could, if they weren't all out here with "Does Mother know thou weareth her drapes?" They 100%, I feel, could be a legit top tag team. Taken seriously, I'll say.
Nick, I swear, if one of these good matches end up in a freaking roll up, I'm gonna throw my mic.
Fair enough. Well, I'll take the betting odds on one match. Do I hear one match? That's the line right now. One
match. Is that your prediction?
2, 3. What?
That's your prediction. One match.
Roll up is the most devastating move in professional wrestling, sir.
Bro, no. Hold on. But see, the thing is that it could happen in one match. I would be fine if it happens in one of like the shitty matches, like a quick match. But like a really good match, if it happens, that would piss me off.
What I feel like all of these are going to be really good matches, because speaking of that, we just had it advertised. So it's official, folks, I guess we're having qualifying matches for a ladder match to declare a new NXT Women's Champion at Stand and Deliver And the first qualifying match that we're getting tonight is Zoe Starks versus Sol Ruka. So again, this very much coming out of Roadblock, this feels like a very good card to have for NXT. And I still feel like despite everything going on with Roxanne Perez and her injury, that she'll probably end up being in the ladder match at Stand and Deliver and somehow win. But that's neither here nor there. 3 roll-up pinfall. Oh, so you're Damien. Wait, I think I need to clarify. Are you saying it happens in the third match, or there's 3 matches that happen in that? Because I could almost take all of the matches ending in roll-ups, but
if they all end up in roll-up, then
depends on what we get fully tonight.
No, especially when it's a good match, because I hate being invested and then it just like so anticlimactic.
Right, but see, like Excalibur even said there, and fitting someone by the name of Excalibur would point out something like this. If you don't like the most devastating move in sports entertainment, the surprise roll-up, the small package.
The small package.
Mark Coffey just throwing around both members of Pretty Deadly as Wolfgang gets a tag in. And he looks, I need to have Wolfgang versus the Butcher in some sort of Forbidden Door type match, please.
That would be hilarious.
It would be just, it's the Spider-Man meme. Who's who? Just both pointing at each other.
That same look, yeah.
Steve G, hey, yo. What?
Hey, yo.
Oh, wait, no, do I have to say it because you spelled it out? W-H-A-T. What? It's getting 600, get some more AMC. Okie dokie. Fair enough. So Sunset Flipper. Yeah, so you don't like the Sunset Flip, the small package, the surprise roll-up, the inside cradle. None of that. None of that works for you.
No. Anything that resembles a roll-up of any sorts.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's all the same crap.
Well, to me, like you said, it's deflating on what's a really good match up until then. You could have a great match going, and then you get a roll up, and it just feels like, oh, really?
I guess I wouldn't be opposed to it, but
Wolfgang over the table.
It's so overused, you know.
Well, that's the theme of modern day professional wrestling.
Yeah, that's
I feel
the problem. It's overused.
Steve, what up? I'm doing good. Cliff's doing good. What? Kashawn, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Yes, absolutely. Oh, and Steven saying the backside. I like how everybody's. What? Oh, we've got the belt used. The roll up. Two count. Holy wow. What? We had Pretty Deadly using the sneak belt attack on Mark Coffey for a roll up for a legit pin for a 2 count as Wolfgang pops back up and dumps out Elvis Prince. European uppercut. Tag of the Wolfgang. I just don't like the fruit roll up. I will not have it, Sam. I am. 1, 2, 3. And so see, already out of the gate, we had just a regular pinfall as Gallus hits their tag team finisher for a 1, 2, 3 on Pretty Deadly and retains the NXT Tag Team Championship. Sorry. See, almost in Brock will end on a roll up. What?
That actually, you know what? I would make an exception out of that one because that would actually be funny to see.
Can it physically happen?
That's what I'm saying.
Can he physically F5 that man? Like, is there enough space within the ring? Ronnie, what up? Still trying to imagine something. Fair enough. But yes, so Gallus retains as NXT Tag Team Champions.
There you go.
Still missing my Joe Coffey. What in the name of Duck Dynasty are we fucking about to watch here?
Oh,
I've
Jesus.
got Briggs and Jensen. I believe Jensen right now here in the Mossy Oakest of Mossy Oak. I'm a Bush, see, camouflage outfit. And him and Fallon Henley are playing Scarlet Witch and Captain America breaking into Kiana James' office. This is where NXT loses people if you get too much oh, I didn't know I was watching A&E. I didn't know I was watching Lifetime. I didn't know, like, when did I switch to ABC? What?
This is the kind of shit that hurts my brain.
Oh, a piece of paper in an office. Whoop-de-doo, Fallon. And he's trying to blend in with the bush.
Oh, Jesus.
Like the fake plant. So Kiana James has a match contract on her desk. Now you watch. They're going to spot. I can call this a mile away. They're going to get all upset and see, oh, you were hiding this behind her back, and it was like a contract for them to have a match at Stand and Deliver.
Notice Malone picture?
Yeah, Notice Malone in the picture there of they're romantically entangled. Video players, what? Yo. Hey, yo. Operation Boyfriend ongoing. What? This is like bad soap opera, like acting, storytelling, like just. Did we switch to TNA in the early 2000s? Like,
who okays this stuff? That's what I'm wondering. Who okays this?
Shawn Michaels and his googly-eyed ass.
Oh, Jesus.
This is still, though, to where people get into that whole question that Vince McMahon's got to still halfway be involved in creative. Granted, I even saw it to where people were thinking that Vince McMahon secretly is running AEW. So,
but see, the thing
conspiracy theories are all around.
This didn't happen when it was Triple H, though.
No, this happened when it was 2.0, and we've lost some of this since we've gone back to, instead of the black and gold, the white and gold. Of this is just the carryover from 2.0, because this was all 2.0. This is everything that 2.0 was. As we're getting
when 2.0 happened, that's when I stopped watching.
As did most.
Yeah.
But we never did, folks. But now we're getting Shawn Michaels reading out his tweets from earlier today about the NXT Women's Championship essentially being vacated, folks. This filler stuff is getting absolutely insane. Absolutely, absolutely. But we're getting Sol Ruka coming out right now. I don't know how you feel about her. I keep thinking of the Sheryl Crow. I'm gonna soak up the sun. Like every time I see her come out. Malibu Barbie, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't have an opinion on her, only because I don't think she's shined enough. She needs more personality, like to get out there, like mic skills and whatnot. She hasn't really cut a promo.
They're relying on her in-ring capability more than anything.
And her background.
Fair enough. Well, and Steven was talking about with the earlier segment of just get it over with. Break up the team and get a mixed tag team match. This is so stupid. I don't even know if we're going to go that way with it.
I just like to say amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Zoe Starks for the win. Well, that's what we are getting up next, folks, as we are in commercial break again. But we are getting Zoe Starks versus Sol Ruka in, I guess, the first qualifying match for the ladder match at Stand and Deliver to determine the new NXT Women's Champion, because Roxanne Perez has apparently had to vacate the title. Steve saying Starks could be champion. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Zoe Starks run as champion. So honestly, who are you taking with this match, sir? I'll ask you first.
This match right here with Sol Ruka, or
Yes, yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna say Sol Ruka because I think they're starting to try to kind of push her.
Fair enough. I will take Zoe Starks.
Okay.
They did the whole thing to where they were hyping up. They did the QR code, even kind of hyping up her return, and it's been all kind of happened to fall flat. Happened to be still circumstance of injury since it's happened. So here we go. First title, take it off from her. Worked so hard. I don't want to take it away from her. I feel bad for Roxanne Perez. Mick, I feel you. But she's still young. I mean, that woman ended 2022. She started 2022 as the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion and ended it as the NXT Women's World Champion. So that woman has nothing but potential. Jack, clarifying that he's in Winnipeg. Okay. Are you hanging out with Chris Jericho in Winnipeg? What? I don't know where we're going here with this. Skip through. Is anyone getting WWE 2K23? Like we talked about it earlier, Ronnie. I'm kind of holding out until, they work out all the bugs, the little kinks of everybody's kind of a little bit got it figured out. I know I miss out on the pre-order and the pre-hype and
I will not, because I can't justify spending $60 on a video game right now.
Do.
That's it.
That doesn't make you do it. Do.
No, not at all.
That's their selling point. So
is that their selling point? I haven't played a 2K a game in forever.
It has gotten better. GM mode, I do like. Universe mode has gotten a bit better. It feels like they're still taking it and they're actually listening to fans at this point. But very much it is the do edition. So that's a key focal point. But like I said, I do like that. And I did, just for the sake of being a fan of Austin Creed and Xavier Woods, and up, down, and all of that, of seeing to where they got them involved and they're now doing the My GM when they were the ones clamoring for it. I do like that. Like I said, it seems like 2K with WWE games is really starting to pay attention to its audience, unlike EA. But so I'm waiting just on the bad juju, I guess. That's the bad taste that's still left in my mouth from 2K20, of making sure that they've worked everything out and that it lives up to the hype before I buy it. And that's, I guess, Nick's Gamer Talk. What?
There you go.
WWE 2K23 Deluxe Edition, $100. No, thank you. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Agreeing with you.
That's crazy. Yeah, $100 for that game, and then what? Then there's downloadable content that they charge you like what, $10 a piece?
No, once you get that edition, you get it for free. But we are getting
saying, like, then you want to, if they come out with another thing like more, they always come out with updates.
They don't do a ton of microtransactions like EA. That's the thing. That's why I halfway justify it. But we are getting, literally, they're treating this to where we have a doctor right now. I missed his name, or I read it and didn't get it out fast enough. But is talking about Roxanne Perez's medical condition. And this, again, I get it draws attention, it draws headlines, it's compelling, all of that. But personally, to me, it's in poor taste to do it that soon to something that was real life, when this is clearly not. This is clearly a work, this is kayfabe, all of that you're going to make this so close to something that was super real and super scary that soon. I get they didn't intend that, but it is a bit, to me, read the situation.
The thing I'm confused about is that I'm not sure what they're trying to get out of this story. Is it just a way to get the title off of her? Because if that's
the title off, and maybe she needs to take a break, maybe she does have a legit injury, but it also could be that they're doing it so she gets the the hero's welcome. She gets that John Cena, showing up early at the Royal Rumble to where he's just all of that, and everybody in the ring just stops and looks at her. But you don't need to do that. Like, she was already fucking the top of your roster.
You don't need to do that.
As I've got Zoe Starks coming out right now. So again, folks, if you haven't done so, give us your prediction in the chat. And see, Chris is agreeing with me. No, you spend the 100, but then you get all the DLC. Yeah, it's not. EA is the one that's notorious for microtransactions.
I gotta tell you, Zoe Stark is one of those female wrestlers that actually looks tough as shit. Like, she looks the part.
Well, they keep calling her up to main event tapings, or she'll be backstage at like a Monday Night Raw, and they're kind of flirting with the idea of pulling her up to the main roster. But I don't get why they keep kind of hinting at it, and they'll wait on it. They'll hint about it, and then they won't do it. I think she's a ready-made built package.
Yeah,
you could drop her into any world title situation. I think she'd at least be a contender.
I agree with that. I mean, obviously with the right build up to a story, but I think she can fit really well with anybody that's on the top right now.
And the main roster, springboard code breaker there from Ruka. But to me, the main roster women's division is lacking a lot of depth. And if you brought up somebody like a Zoe Starks, like Nikita Lyons, even though she hasn't won the NXT Women's Championship, all of that, once she's recovered all of that, like a Alba Fire, like an Isla Dawn, they instantly add a lot of depth to your division.
Do you think Nikita Lyons is polished enough to be in the main roster right now?
I think there's enough behind her. And if we're going to talk and get to polished and all of that, I don't know if she's ever going to really go beyond what she's out of. I think she's good for what she is. And I think that there's enough potential behind her, and character-wise and personality-wise, that could carry anything in ring. Not everybody that's in ring has to be 5 stars all the time.
That's true. I mean, Hulk Hogan was a thing.
Yeah, and Ultimate Warrior was a thing.
Exactly. And they were all over just because of their charisma.
Right, yeah. One came out just running and shaking ropes. So,
but obviously,
different era though.
Is she as charismatic enough to be that, like, where she?
Well, we are, and now with professional wrestling, it has gotten a bit into work rates and all of that, because I don't know how much of there is, and if those disagree or are in this audience, you can let me know if you're more of a fan of personality versus, say, work rate. But I feel like a lot of wrestling fandom at this point is a bit gone to work rate.
Yeah.
Or finding that ever so balance. And I think she's tiptoeing on that line. You have some people, Christ, I'll give it to Orange Cassidy or even a Dan Housen, that they're a bit more character than anything, but they've found that weird balance between character and work rate. Oh, big right hands. Nikita not ready yet, says Steven. Botch Guy did skit. Botch Mania. With Michaels and Roxanne side by side, same storyline, 100%. Check it out when you get a chance. Steve, I normally do watch the Botch Mania videos. Shout out Matthew, by the way. Big fan of his shit and him as a person. But yeah, no, I do try and stay up on a lot of that. I've seen the Botch Mania stuff come out lately. I haven't watched it, just literally between how much we're covering what. But I will check that out. Technically, I've said who I liked in this match, so I'll take the victors. I like the most victors. Okay, Larry. Electra Lopez ready for the main roster? Yes or no?
I don't think I've seen enough of her, but from the little that I have seen, probably.
I thought that she should have already been brought up, like when they. Oh,
snap!
2, 3. Zoe Starks wins.
Damn.
What?
Bro, that finishing move is sweet. I like it. I know it's like a go to sleep, but it's cool.
It's like an inside out go to sleep.
Dude,
I do dig it.
It's so flashy, but it looks like it hits hard.
So it literally it's just a one-on-one ladder match at Stand and Deliver. I thought it was going to be kind of a like 6-man 8-woman tag match. Oh my god, we're getting a scripts video package right now, and they're giving him the robot voice. I told you they're making him Cyrax from Mortal Kombat. I told you all. Yeah, like I said, see, they're giving him the robot voice and everything. This is the same man that had Quincy Elliott fucking titty slapping him on the top turnbuckle. And now he's out here like looking like SpongeBob of what I learned at boating school is what I learned at boating school is, and just keeps tossing it up. And he's got those stupid ass robot voice. Oh, I don't know if I like that CGI title thing of, so we've got the spooky gothy hot topic chicks, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn coming out right now. But no, they sat there and gave them the candelabra.
No, but you nailed it right on the head. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's you could do it, and just that looked like so low budget, cheap bullshit. Impressive soul on her feet after the moonsault on the top rope. Fair enough. Zoe's finisher is awesome. Yes, it is. As we are in commercial break right now, folks. So I'll remind you, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here covering anything and everything. We were here last night covering Monday Night Raw. Here covering, on Pie Day, serving you up that fresh slice of, NXT. Why? Back here on Wednesday for the Rebar Mitzvah of MJF on AEW Dynamite. We're here for Ring of Honor and Impact on Thursdays, Fridays, SmackDown, and Rampage. And we cover so much damn wrestling, folks. It's still at this point, there's so much going on. Like I said, we were talking about it before, of trying to fit anything and everything under the schedule. So be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe, hit that bell notification, because the Saturday streams are always awesome. We're always covering here anything and everything, whether it be GCW, NWA, Wrestling Revolver, BCW, XPW, all of that. Sometimes even some UFC. So you want to make sure you tune in for that, folks. What?
Yeah.
I feel like at this point it's just so much memory. I just kind of like go into a blank zone, and then I'll come out and just like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
What he said.
Right. Scripps is in 2K23. And just he should be a 0.0 rating. He gets the Mike Adamle minus 5 stars.
What is his overall rating in the game?
Oh, now I'm going to 100% try and look that up. But I will point out of Steven Chambers saying Wrestling for Life Network cover everything but the kitchen sink. Absolutely. Trust me, we've been sitting here joking about covering Antique Roadshow, and that might happen at some point here. Maybe around WrestleMania weekend. What? Next Friday's Impact Wrestling Sacrifice. Good Lord, Damien. Yes, I know we keep an eye on anything and everything. Trust me, we were here almost ready to cover House of Glory on Friday as well, and then they just decided they didn't want to put it on Fight for some reason. Excalibur saying something about 2K. But so Scripps, his overall rating. So I'm going to try and find his overall rating for WWE 2K23. Because if it's not, like I said, the Mike Adamle minus 5 stars, there's a problem.
It's got to be in the 70s, no?
I'm going to the bottom of the list. So, the lowest rated person, by the way, is Eric Bischoff at 64. And then Shanky and Reggie. So, well, I don't know if they have scripts separately, but at least Reggie, who is scripts, for those who didn't know, I guess, spoiler alert, are second from the bottom at a 67. So Shanky, who isn't on TV, is rated as low as scripts.
That's embarrassing.
It just makes a question as to who could have been on the roster.
Yeah.
But we are getting Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley. And I will admit, Tatum Paxley's grown on me a bit. I do dig it. I do dig the look, all of that. But granted, I am an Alba Fire and Isla Dawn fan. But we're getting a triple threat, honestly, right now for the women's tag match. We're getting Katana Chance versus Tatum Paxley and Ivy Nile versus Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. And good on me for remembering all those names. And I thank you, hallelujah, NXT. You finally gave me what I wanted in triple threat tag matches. And I understand at times they can be bollocks, and it's a women's triple threat tag match. But you're starting off with 3 people in the ring instead of just fucking 2. And then you have this team that's just sitting there like, what do we do, George?
It's so like, it doesn't make sense, because why would you ever tag them in?
Exactly. All right, tag my partner in and they pin me. 1, 2, 3. There we go. We're out of here. We'll do the new age outlaw shit. Right, but that's why I'm saying hallelujah, thank you. NXT is giving me, so we have a member from each team in the ring at the same time. And I know it's the little things, folks.
Sean saw this one through his good eye this time.
What's up?
Sean saw this one through his good eye.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe Hunter booked this one, because I swear to God, when you watch this much wrestling, folks, as we do and everything, at times it's the little things and it's the stuff that you want it to still be goddamn believable. You want it to make sense. There's suspension of disbelief, and then there's just insomnia or Alzheimer's. Oh, roll up from Isla onto Carter for a 2 count. Script's not in the game. Yeah, but Reggie is.
Reggie is. Same person.
Alba and Isla going to be the next tag champs. I hope so. I feel like Alba should have been a NXT Women's Champion by now. I know Kylie Ray was an NXT UK Women's Champion, but still. Drop kick into a splash from Carter. Oh! Paxley loosely breaks up the pin and slams Katana on Alba. Simone, what is Yuji's rating in the game? Oh my lord. He's been in some. I don't think he is. Well, for reference, Commander Sneeze is at a 71 and Noam Dar is at a 69. Masse is a 74. Boogs is a 75 if we're looking towards the bottom here. They need to put some respect on R-Truth's name, because they got him as the 72.
On whose name?
On R-Truth.
Oh,
what's up? What's up? What's up? I mean, not. Oh, it's a super kick from Alba Fire. Damien taking Isla and Alba. Got Alba and Isla. What's Dana Brooks' rating? She should be below Reggie. Oh, now I gotta find her. Is she even in the game? See, I have it in order of the rating, so I don't have it right by name.
Oh, snap.
We were never a team, so what the fuck? Tatum Paxley just randomly heel turns for no unnecessary ass reason and just walks off.
That's random.
So we're getting an NXT level up feud between Ivy Nile and Tatum Paxley as we get a quick tag team action back and forth between. Oh, Alba pushes Katana off. I'm still trying to find Dana Brooke on this list. I don't see Dana Brooke on here so far. Yeah, she might not be in the game. Was that for the tag titles? And they just never they missed it. I said it and I missed it. Oh,
that was
new number one contenders. Sorry. So at NXT Stand and Deliver, we're gonna get Fallon Henley and Kiana James, aka Bar Rescue, versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. As we've got Ilya and his turtleneck coming out next here, as we are in commercial break, folks. Steven answering for me of
73.
Dana Brooke is a 73, so she, I guess, is just above that. What's up, 72? Yeah, see? How is Dana Brooke ahead of R-Truth? I know this feels a little bit like when we talk about...
Isn't she ahead of Sneeze?
Yeah, she would. Yeah, she'd be ahead of a Sneeze.
How is that?
Sneeze is a 71. She's ahead of Reggie Shanky. She's ahead of Eric Bischoff. She's right around Akira. She's around Tozawa. Isn't that her husband that they married with the 24/7 title? Or no, he married Tamina. But yeah, it's very interesting, very weird. Of like I said, it gets into like that when people talk about the Madden ratings a little bit. Yes, Tatum Paxley portrays of unnecessarily and for no reason. Usually for a turn, there's an inciting event, but okay, she just turned for no reason. Yeah, it's a little bit of so just halfway through the match, I decided I'm sick of this shit. Like I already got punched in the face and got beat up and everything, and then just now I decide I'm done here. That's a little weird. Hassan said, "What's up?" Mick, any update or truth? What? I don't know what you're talking about, Mick.
I'm gonna pick truth. Is that the game?
Truth or update? You have to update us about something, or you have to tell us a true statement.
Tell us the truth.
I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Raw ratings were 1.705 million. Something Tony Khan dreams of. Because at this point, they don't even start out at 1 million and they lose 200,000 plus.
While he's on the magic powder?
Within 2 hours.
While he's on his magic powder?
While he's playing, Snowman. He's over there just asking everybody, do you want to build a snowman? Hey, Steve, we're going to be here tomorrow. Dynamite this channel. Well, Mick, I don't know if he'll be here, but I know 100% we will be, and you should be. What? Is Ilya no match for JD's high? Oh,
God. That's great.
Hey, we go back to the Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio of, ping pong ball covered in ketchup type situation. Which we still never got a full resolution as to how Ray got his eye back. Did he just like Thor, put the robotic eye in and now he's just a cyborg?
Oh, you talking about when Aleister, what was that, Aleister Black?
Well, Aleister had it too, yeah. Oh, so we are back from commercial. We've got Tony offering, I guess, some protection for Braun. This big contract signing, you need some protection, eh?
Yeah,
I know a guy.
It's your people's, Nick.
Prejudicial accusation. Yeah. Don't make fun of a good paisano. You know, you might end up sleeping with the fish. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Doesn't sound too bad. I'd rather do that than watch another
the kids call it
segment.
sus. What the fuck are you talking about, C-Money?
What did he say?
He said the kids call it sus. Yes, I know we're of a certain vintage, but I know what sus means. All of that, like we're out here with the hipping and the hopping and the bipping and the bopping. I'm doing the bump in AEW tomorrow night. Fair enough, Hassan. Oh, well, you sound like you're doing the Tony Khan special of doing the bump and then AEW Dynamite.
I support it.
That's what they call the Tony Khan.
Zoe Stark pulled off Annie.
I don't think it was a miracle, Richard. Tony and the Snowman was a happy, jolly soul. I can't read the next word. 2 wide open eyes and a briefcase full of snow. C-Money, 100%, my guy. You, ever since you've been tuned in, you get my humor 100%. But great. I can't read part of that. I can pull it up, and the discretion falls where it does. But allegedly, to quote Rick Ross, who's been on his channel, who made a career off of allegedly moving a certain powder, accusations. Jack Tatum Paxley turned on Ivy Nile for God knows why. But right now we've got Ilya Dragunov, another guy who should be on the main roster. Give me him versus Gunther. Give me him competing for an IC title match at WrestleMania. Hassan saying I salute you guys. Fair enough. I think with your little Tony Khan special there, you might be saluting a few more other things, but yeah. So Ilya talking about how every time JD's just shown up to cut his legs out from underneath him. And I will give credit to NXT now can put on these matches that 100% are absolute bangers, that they don't need a title. They don't need, they just need a little bit of a story enough to get you there, whether it be a guy like Tyler Bate, a guy like Ilya Dragunov, a guy like JD McDonough, that are absolute bangers. Christ, we're still waiting on guys like Joe Coffey. Rampage Brown, I believe, is still with NXT from NXT UK. They have so much there that they can use from there that are just going to be absolute stellar matches. We're a lot more alike than we are different. We're both European. We both dress nice. We both wrestle good. That's the end of the list. Paxley joining with Elektra Lopez. I could see it. She's got that weird little kind of whole stable thing going on. My prediction is we're getting JD McDonough versus Dragunov. That's still in to deliver. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with it.
It seems like they've been building it up to that point. So,
well, and this is a good feud. We've even got JD pointing out of how you drove me out of NXT UK. You followed me here. You're chasing me. I'm not chasing you. JD McDonough looks like Hornswoggle grow up.
My God, dude! I always wanted to say that. I always said that there's something that bothers me about him. It's almost as if like he was supposed to be a small person, but it never happened.
Are you just saying that because he's got a big head?
Him? He has a big head?
JD?
Well, it's not so much a big head. He's just had a little body.
I have a big head, little body. No,
Yeah.
he looks like he should be like Finn's cousin. That's what it looks like, or like Finn's like little brother.
Finn Balor?
No, Finn from Adventure Time. Yes, Finn Balor.
Hey, come on.
We're talking about wrestling. Why? Exactly. Let your roster wrestle, cut out the filler BS. Yes. 100%. We don't need the little backstage segments of, running into offices and camouflage and all of that. No. You have the roster. You want to get these guys over, have them do character work in the ring and have them build off of in-ring action. That's what NXT has always built its name off of, a la Johnny Gargano, who we had earlier tonight. Where's Jeff? If we're talking about Hardy, hopefully at home resting where he needs to fucking stay and be thanking his stars he's not in a jail cell, personally.
Let's take away his car.
Fucking
just take it away.
Just zip tie his feet together so he can hit gas pedals. As we've got JD and Ilya throwing bows, so it looks like we are getting on the outside, but JD versus Dragunov has to be some kind of stipulation. Yes, but do we do a Iron Man dance, a 2 out of 3 falls?
I like this. I like this. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most.
Right. And it's amazing how, like I said, when NXT lets the performers, the wrestlers, do what they signed them to do, which is this thing called wrestle, it manages to get over a lot better than when you try and make them do shitty B-level acting.
But bro, it's even the wrestling too. Like it's like that European style, man. It adds that realism to it.
Well, it's the European strong style.
Yeah, man. Howdy, Small Mark.
Howdy. Small Mark, what up? March Madness as well. Yes, March Madness as well is going on. But I've got Pretty Deadly getting interviewed backstage right now. They really, every time I look at them, like I said, I think Hans and Franz, I think Zoolander of Blue Steel, all that.
Yeah.
That was a terrible pun play there. He said stand and deliver, more like snack and delicious. Dude.
Someone should have just smacked him.
I need a Tiffany Epiphany instead of that.
Tiffany.
And Ilya and JD just fighting their way still into Wes Lee walking out. Watch out, that man's gonna beat you up. So now Wes Lee's getting involved. Why? So Wesley's coming out for the open challenge next, folks. So get your predictions in on who you think is going to challenge Wes Lee for the NXT North American Championship as we again get Rhea Ripley just doing a Stranger Things cosplay. Got that. AW No Clue. She just left. See money. I don't know what you're going on about. Snack and delicious. Mix already saying Tony D'Angelo comes out and challenges Wesley. Who do you think comes out, sir?
Oh, damn.
You get the Von Wagner, yeah? You going to do it?
The Von Wagner?
The Von Wagner instead of the Dijacinator, yeah?
It could be. Nah, I wouldn't say the Dijak. He already had his chance.
Do it again, yeah.
Do it again.
Going to make it. Going to take it to WrestleMania. I could see Von Wagner.
What about that guy? Oh my God, forgot the name. The brother to the Olympian wrestler.
Oh,
why am I blanking?
Damon Kemp.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's not a bad shout, and that's probably not somebody that most people would really think of. So if it was Damon Kemp, but I guess second follow-up question would be of whoever challenges him, do they take the North American Championship or does he retain?
Part of me says that he's not going to lose it until Stand and Deliver if he has a matchup at that time.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because what is he going to do? Another open challenge for Stand and Deliver? Or, I mean, I guess they have to, because how do you build a story around that? Like, it's not that far away.
You'd have to do something pretty quick, or maybe that's what, like I said, maybe that's when you get the Dabba-Kato. Yeah, he's coming back forward. Yeah, he said I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Damon saying Dragon Lee is small mark, mentioning how Cameron Grimes and Noam Dar. Cameron Grimes is a guy I feel like now that he's not been on TV, everyone's forgotten about. I keep hearing that he's supposed to get moved up to the main roster. He could show up, and if he shows up tonight and challenges for the North American title, he fucking takes it and he walks off with it. But Cameron Grimes and Noam Dar are available wrestlers on 2K23. I wonder where they are. I haven't seen them in months.
What happened to Cameron Grimes? Last time I checked, he was like all over the place.
He went to the moon. Just unfortunately this time, literally.
Just never came back.
Larry's saying Grimes is laughing. Howdy, I don't know about that. Steven saying Charlie Dempsey. Charlie Dempsey wouldn't be a bad shout. Gulak would take it before Dempsey would. Gulak would push Dempsey out of the way to take it.
Yeah.
Okay, Mick. Hi, Tony. Are there different howdy? I don't think that's proven yet. I don't think Bray Wyatt even knows at this point what the hell is going on with Bray Wyatt, because hence why he had a personal issue, a physical issue, a creative issue. He's going to be at WrestleMania still. He's not going to be at WrestleMania. He walked out at MSG. He's not there. Yeah. Has anyone made any sense of anything with Bray Wyatt since October when he came back in Extreme Rules? It's been 6+ months of just nonsense of literally it was supposed to be Alexa. It was supposed to be the Fiend and the Fireflies who actually came to life. It was going to be the Wyatt Six. Then it wasn't the Wyatt Six. He was battling Howdy. Now they're tag teams. Now
did I hear this right? That Wyatt is like something happened with a physical? Like he's out, or
allegedly. Allegedly, like I said, allegedly has a physical issue. He has personal issue. He has a creative issue. He has all the issues. Needless to say, it is very much up in the air. There were people saying that Bray Wyatt walked out on WWE. So it is very much up in the air on what's going on with the whole Bray Wyatt situation. And they didn't address it. They didn't try and shift the story one way or another on Monday. So they might still be waiting to see what happens, or they may know more than what they've said, but still.
Now, with that being said, do you find him to be more of a liability?
I just think he's a creative mind that needs structure. You can't literally. Vince went restrictive and then just went off the rails with it. Hunter just said, do what you want with it. And unfortunately, respectfully, I feel to Bray, or it could just be the time or what have you, anything.
Now, do you find
the factors? I'm not backstage, but at the same time, that went anywhere and everywhere, and none of it made sense, and none of it was going forward.
Nick, now you mentioned how Triple H let him loose with the character, but do you remember in the Ariel Helwani interview when they were asking about Bray, he said that Bray is a brilliant mind, but he needs structure. It's kind of interesting to see that he let him loose the way he did when he said that on the interview.
But well, that's the thing is, again, it comes into a question as we've got Chase U backstage. But did Hunter actually let him loose?
I mean, look at the way it's going. I mean, I have no idea. It seems like it.
Well, to an extent of it plays into the statements that have, I guess, got leaked from Hunter, whatever, that he wasn't super happy even before the whole Vince coming back, any of that nonsense about Hunter wasn't happy with a lot of the people that he had brought back. As we've got Ava Raine hiding backstage behind Chase U, and now she's hitting it up with Duke Hudson. I like Ava Raine. I will say it on record. I know I bashed her initially and thought it was fucking weird when she showed up and all of that, and felt she would have forever lived in my daddy's shadow. But she, to me, has become the Rhea Ripley of Schism.
I think she's coming into her own, though. I wouldn't compare them 100%, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's right. It's not saying they're the same type of performer. They've played the same type of role, I'd say.
Yeah, like that enforcer kind of like.
But they just added that little dash of personality of spice that just you don't. The je ne sais quoi, the little dash that just manages to throw it.
And also, they're the ones that make the group more interesting.
Right, as we literally, and I do like how they keep doing this, and it actually makes sense, and they're actually looking a bit old school here. We've got anybody and everybody fighting, scratching, and clawing their way to get out to Wes Lee for the open challenge. It's not just, whoever, they've decided, whatever music hits first. No, they're literally showing all of them just filing out, throwing hands. Booking of Wyatt has been atrocious. But it depends on who's been booking. So are we going to get Axel? No, we're going to get Crips. No. We're going to get the Cyborg. We're going to get Cyrax versus Wes Lee. Whoa. And we've got, I dig it. We've got Ilya and JD still fighting. They're still fighting through the arena.
Don't tell me this is going to end up as
a still just laid out. Nope. Now here's where I called it. We're going to get the diving senton on everybody to splash. So match versus nobody. We're going to end up with like a battle royal or something of, to determine a number one contender. Yeah, and we just go to commercial. We just go to backstage after that. As they say, what the hell is going on? But we've got Mackenzie Mitchell backstage right now with Dragon Lee. Respectfully, I keep halfway thinking Rodman Mysterious / Lucha every time I see him. But Wes Lee versus Scripps. Why? This is nice. Why? Zion Quinn was back there. He needs to push. Yeah, I think there's a good bit of people in there that need a push. I thought we knew by now not to listen to anything from Meltzer, Alvarez, Observer. Some stuff you are saying is rumors created by them. At this point, I mean, I'll let you have that on Meltzer first. Go ahead, Cliff.
I agree. Meltzer sucks. But anyway, but something. It's just like some of the things that he says too is consistent with what everyone else says too. So you got to take that in.
That's what still makes Meltzer halfway credible. Still, is at times there is a kernel of truth with some of his stuff. It's the stuff that's way out there.
He's become a superior Mark, like on a different degrry.
He is Super Saiyan Mark. Instead of smart Mark, he's a super smart Mark. Yeah, he's Dragon Ball Z, evolved.
Dragon Ball, yeah, Super Saiyan Mark.
Yeah, Super Saiyan Mark.
Yeah.
Well, and he's just, as much as Tony Khan's tried to call out Ariel Helwani for being biased, this, that, whatever, which he did lay up some softball questions to Hunter. But at the same time, that's 100% what Meltzer is. But we're getting a hype up video for The match that I almost feel like we should have had about a year ago, honestly, of Commander Sneeze, Dabba-Kato versus Apollo Crews, coming up next on NXT. So give us your predictions if you haven't done so already for that.
I have no idea.
But Clinton already laying down the law, not like that. That's, one thing, 100%. We are Channel 4 fans, Bob fans. Everybody's policing themselves. We're respectfully. Get out of here with that junk. Don't be in here starting crap with the Wrasslin for Life Network. Why? This place is supposed to be chill and laid back, 100%.
Everyone, 100%. We're a community. We be friendly here.
Absolutely.
We are family. We are family.
We are one. There, Vince McMahon. We're in this together. But yeah, no, we're 100%. We're Channel 4 fans, by fans. We're here covered anything and everything. So yeah, nothing but power of positivity. So that's why if you ain't about that positivity, you might have to sit yourself, Cage's Canadian, so we got the penalty bench,
penalty box.
Yeah, we got the penalty box there. So you might have to sit there and, take a pause for the callers.
Yes. And if you don't like it, I'm going to kick you in the balls.
Larry saying, I don't follow any wrestling news, just watch it play out. Well, Larry, you follow us. What? So there you go. Clinton, I did see your other comment. Thank you for the shout out, all of that. I don't want to pull it up just for the sake, but the only way to watch. See, money, you here too. What the fuck are you talking about? So what is we? Pretty Deadly is the host of Stand and Deliver. Oh Lord. And Miz. Oh, that could be a fucking faction.
What is?
Miz and Pretty Deadly.
I could see that.
B-level celebrities.
Yes, I could see that.
Actually, not even B. C, D, A, B, C, all of that.
God, that would be the most.
That's not a bad show.
Oh my God, that would be the most irritating trio. It could be pulled off as a really good heel team for sure.
Well, it's almost a little bit what you thought if they would have brought it in Jake Paul when you had them paired up with Logan Paul. You almost could have seen them just being that kind of uber douchebag.
Yep.
Damien saying Dragunov versus JD next week is going to be a banger. Did they announce it for next week? I haven't seen that. But Damien already taken Apollo. Mick taking Apollo. Pretty misty. That was hard to say, but I dig it. Maximum Male Models, the Miz and Maurice, and Pretty Deadly Ultimate Movie Star Group. Oh my, that's WWE's elite. That is literally, if WWE is going to take a shot at AEW, you do that. You just combine them together. You already would have your version of Cutlass, Nakazawa. You've already got the Dior, Armani, the little tassely eyebrows and all of that bullshit, the fashionista shit that makes no sense. Like,
we got Jason in a sling right now. Do you remember why she was in a sling? I don't remember. I don't know why.
Oh, submission from Gigi.
Was it? It was a submission from Gigi?
Yes. I do a bit, like I said, I know we had the random turn out of nowhere from Tatum Paxley earlier, but JC Jane's turn has helped her. It's not. I almost feel like it's helped JC and drag Gigi down a little bit at the same time, but I do like it. I do still think we're going to get a match at Stand and Deliver that needs to be the official blow off. We're going to get some sort of stipulation, like a last man standing, submission match, something. Well, JC's saying she's taking time away, but she's going to be thinking about Gigi the whole time. So, is she legit hurt? And we might have kerfuffled the story here.
Wow.
But so who are you taking, sir? Who are you taking? Are you taking a Sneeze, Kato? You taking Apollo?
I'm taking Kato on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Interessante. Well, Steven's agreeing with you, picking Kato. Small Mark. Speaking of hosts, well, you should be talking about us when it comes to hosts. What? I can see LA Knight joining Miz as host of Mania and the two wrestling on night 2 to decide who's the Highlander host. There could only be one. Well, no, we've heard the alleged rumor that we're going to get Stone Cold Steve Austin. What? Versus LA Knight? Yeah. So we're just going to get, yeah. Versus what? What? Yeah.
Give
what?
me a hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Dale's got Kato for the win. Damien, it's official for next week. Just got announced. Fair enough. Who won Wesley versus Open Challenge? Nobody. It was
Nobody.
a no contest
Was no
because
open
we
challenge.
never had the match.
Why does it look like they like foreshadowed possibly a triple threat and including Wesley in that? Because now he's involved. Because he got involved. And then JD attacked him at the end.
Yeah, true say. That's a stand and deliver match. That's what that is. That's a stand and deliver match.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. How else to feature that title? I mean, last minute.
Right. Last woman standing. Bless you, Nick. Steven, I don't know if that's because of me saying Commander a sneeze or, you're actually saying bless you. Well, then I guess, nombre de patria, file espiritu sante.
I was going to say, I don't remember you sneezing. So.
I was calling out Commander a sneeze. And I'll take Apollo. I didn't mind the Nigerian accent. I didn't mind the Wuhan nation. I felt like you could have put him and Omos together and, you would have had the Nigerian prince with the Nigerian nightmare. And I knew, that's cool. You don't see that often. Apollo goes for, the spear on a sneeze.
I feel like this is going to end in a no contest.
You got to build up. I could see this being a stand and deliver match of now it's got a stipulation at stand and deliver, like a last man standing match or something.
Yeah.
If we're going to get JC Jane versus Gigi. But to where Apollo spears Kato on the outside, and it literally they just dump each other on the outside. It's not, oh, well, here, let me go for the spot. Nope, just literally just dump. Yep, a sneeze. All right, fair enough, Steven. I got you. A sneeze, if you please. Chris, I don't even want to acknowledge any of what you just said because I don't want to speak that into any form of existence. But I'm going to pull it up there so you feel acknowledged. Yeah. I feel like everyone in that sentence, except for you, sir, can piss off. Oh. Is it interesting that after even the Commander Sneeze, the supposed to be the bodyguard for Cora Jade, the Raw Underground, this is still the most that they could really do with Dabba-Kato? As we're in picture now, folks, or at least I am. After a big boot from Dabba on Apollo. Jason Jane separated your shoulder. When did she do that? She may have separated her shoulder. I don't know when she separated my shoulder. Remember WWE Raw Underground? Kato was a beast then. Yeah, like I said.
Yeah, until he got squashed by Braun Strowman.
Well, that's when you had, Shane McMahon just living out his wildest fantasies there. I think that was fully Vince of just go ahead, Shane, just do what you want. God damn it. Steven saying, Kato, big dude, 6'9". Yes, former NFL offensive lineman, I believe. If not defensive lineman, at least former NFL lineman for the Minnesota Vikings, Dabba-Kato. So, A, very much WWE likes former NFL players, former football players, but B, he's a giant. Well, he's a big guy that there's no one else really in NXT that's around that equivalent size.
No, there isn't any. I mean, Wagner's a big dude. Not nearly that big, but he's big.
Yeah, well, they need to figure out what they're doing with him there, Cro-Magnum.
But that's about it. And the Dragunov.
Yeah, going to do the all three of them. Yeah, give me the big beefy boys. Yeah, going to do it. The Dabba-Kato, the Von Wagner, and the Dragunov. Yeah, going to do it.
I don't know why
if they do that match. I pledge allegiance to the Four Lifers. I will do that whole match in the Arnold voice as commentary.
You have to, right?
That match.
You have to do it.
And I'm on stream for it. I will do the whole match. Yeah, he's going to do it. Look at Dabba-Kato right now. He's got the backbreaker. Yeah. He's going to make him tap out. Veer's big is also, well, you get Veer and Sanga. Well, Veer is the smallest, honestly, out of India, sure, by a significant amount.
Which is wild.
Yeah, even compared to Jinder. Lakers are currently beating the crap out of the Pelicans, 8-8 to 49, 7 minutes to go in the third. Fair enough. We'll shout out LeBron if we need a win, goddammit. I don't have a team in the NBA. I am a LeBron fan 100% of LeBron James.
I don't know anything about basketball, so.
Fair enough. But you need to put that cookie down. Yeah, do it. There's a man in my house.
So what I'll say is
on my Christmas tree.
Good for the Lakers. Right. Put down the cookie.
You're gonna be like when I was pulling for the Eagles versus the Chiefs or the Super Bowl. You're about to make a lot of people happy and a lot of people mad.
Yeah, I don't. I just by default I can't root for the Eagles.
Fair enough. Got your O line. Kato, Omos, Vaughn, Dijak. Yeah, do it. No, who's playing center then? Oh, Otis. Otis playing center of a little stocky like that. Yeah, he 100%. Yeah, seems like somebody that would be a center in the NFL. Maybe a little too big to play fullback, but 100%. Yeah, give me that. Put Omos at left tackle. Kato as right tackle, Dijak and Vaughn as guards. Give me Otis as my center. I could make an NFL roster. I could make I sure as shit, as someone who hosts our XFL show, I could sure as shit can make an XFL roster out of WWE.
It sounds like it sounds like a football team that's out of like the longest yard.
Well, speaking of the longest yard, is we've got a leg drop to the back of Apollo's neck, but I mean, we had the Great Khali in the longest yard. We had Kevin Nash. We had Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why? We had plenty of wrestlers in the longest yard. The newest
Goldberg
edition,
was in there too.
What?
Goldberg?
Oh yeah, Goldberg was in there. The last time he looked like a badass. But so, yeah, shit. WWE, holla at your boy. I'll either book you Dwayne, I'll either book you a new XFL team or like a celebrity all-star game. Or I got you your new longest yard type movie.
There you go. That they what do you want to call them? Because they're coming out of WWE, like the Stamford something, right? That'd be a Connecticut team.
The Stanford Steamers.
The Stanford Steamers. Gotta get.
And if you know, you know. The NDAs.
There you go.
Apollo going up top. But the real question is, how does the Dragunov versus Omos going to affect LeBron's legacy? What in the shit did we go there, Chris? Apollo with a splash for a 2 count. Fair enough, Jack. Brian Bosworth says Steven never was in WWE, but he was in The Longest Yard, former Seattle Seahawk. Is Honesty Joan as big as Dabba-Kato? I might have to look that up. Kevin Green was a surprising good wrestler. Fair enough. Yeah, he was. Oh, wait, shit, too. Then you got to take into account Mongo McMichael as well.
Yeah, it's true. He was pretty good.
Debatable. But the Great Khali double choke onto Apollo, or double choke slam onto Apollo onto the ring steps on the outside. We got an 8 count. 9. Oh, now we're at an 8 count. Sorry. 9. So we beat the count. That ref didn't go to the Mike Chioda School of Counting if I couldn't fully enunciate his counts. Jake, what up?
What
up? Dabba's got 4 inches on him. Pause. And Odyssey has 50 pounds on him.
Hey-o.
Oh, what? That was fast.
You think so?
Well, it was a bit sudden, I feel. But so Dabba-Kato picks up the win. He plants Apollo. Apollo just barely beats the count, and then he turns around and hits the double choke again in the ring for the 1, 2, 3. So Dabba-Kato picks up the win on Apollo Crews, and like I said, now we're setting up for another match. I feel at Stand and Deliver, and if not, at least on the pre-show. Stephen Chambers, Reggie White. Yeah, he wasn't in The Longest Yard or WWE, but I'll give you that. Unless he was involved at WrestleMania 11 with Bam Bam and LT, but I don't think he would have been. But we still have NXT Anonymous, their version of GTV, their little peeping Tom pause on NXT, showing a backstage confrontation between Wesley and Shawn Michaels about defending the NXT North American Championship. He wants 10 of the best. What? This man ordering a fucking 10-piece McNugget. Don't think he's going to handle it. So we're getting a fatal 5-way at Stand and Deliver. It sounds like, I feel. Fact checkers can fully correct me, but we're getting a fatal 5-way for the NXT North American Championship at Stand and Deliver, as we've got
Nost Malone.
Yeah, Nost Malone and Kiana James. This literally, why does this feel like I'm watching like every relationship that was going on in my high school? Well, we are in commercial break again, folks. Pat Man Jones and TNA, that was awful. He had the worst laugh. He couldn't do anything in pro wrestling wise. Respect to Pat Man. I've seen him this week or this past week on McAfee, and he's good. He's a great personality, but in ring, they wouldn't let him do anything. He couldn't be touched because that was when he was all, coming off of controversies. But yes, Larry bringing up Mongo McMichael with the little whoopsie spear there. Kato wins. Yes, good match. Ron Simmons, yes, he was aka Farouk, arguably the best football player turned pro wrestler. Debatable, I will give you that, for his time, undoubtedly. Now, when you have to compare guys like Dwayne, Roman, it depends on how far you want to go with football. I would say.
Did Farouk play pro? Or was he just college?
I feel like he did. I can't confirm.
You know, Bill Goldberg actually played.
He did. I know Goldberg did. Well,
but he played pro, yeah.
Technically, Brock was trying out. Technically, Kato did. I think Roman might have. Dwayne didn't. Now we're getting into a whole different conversation.
Dwayne played college though, at least.
Yeah, he played college with Ray Lewis and all. Like, he played for the Hurricanes.
Baron Corbin played for Kansas City, didn't he?
Yes. Like I said, you could legit probably make a full and at least an XFL roster out of guys who have or currently worked for WWE that played in the NFL or played college football.
Yeah.
No comment, Kiana. HBK said to Wesley, "You know, I love you," and then he super kicked him in the face. Mick already saying, "I'll give it 10 plus tonight." NXT. Little bit early. We're still not even within the last 15 minutes.
Premature.
Pause.
Pause.
Sounds like a personal problem if you're having a premature rating situation.
That's right.
Praise to Mongo, not well at all. Absolutely, I forgot about that. Shout out Mongo, shout out Stevie. There's a lot of wrestlers going through some shit.
Yeah,
Baron Corbin, Vader. Yeah, Vader played for the Rams. Who did Neidhart play for? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Well, he's Canadian, so it might be like the Argonauts or some shit like that. Where's KJ with the CFL knowledge?
Is Jim Neidhart Canadian? I thought he was the United States, from the U.S.
I don't know. How long do you have to hang around Canadians before you just become Canadian? I'm almost halfway asking from personal experience here.
He was actually born in California.
Was it Ernest the Cat Miller, a football player? I don't believe so. I know he was Eric Bischoff's kids, aka Garrett Bischoff from TNA fame's karate trainer, like karate coach, and that's part of how he got into WCW. But I don't remember him doing anything with the NFL. What's your favorite WrestleMania of all time? I'll let you go on that one, Cliff.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Your favorite WrestleMania of all time.
Favorite WrestleMania of all time? Oof. I don't know if I have a favorite, but I know that I have a favorite match. Mm-hmm. And it would have to be the Iron Man match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
You would say that after we just had arguably the best, if not the second best, Iron Man match between MJF and Bryan Danielson. Yeah. But I would say on matches, on hype, on just my age, what have you, any sort of superlative peripheral you need to put on it. But to me, as I've got Gigi Dolan coming out, goddamn, I'm already happy. So we've got Gigi Dolan versus Kiana James with under 20 minutes left in the show. What the fuck? X7. I have to beat you, Rock. I have to. I'm going to do things my way. It's my way. That 100% is, to me, WrestleMania. If you want to show someone what a WrestleMania is, you show them X7.
WrestleMania 17?
Yeah.
I don't remember that card. I've seen so many WrestleManias.
All you need to know is Rock Austin.
Okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, the video packs between them of I have to beat you, Rock. I have to. I'm gonna do things my way. That's when Limp Bizkit actually was fucking at the peak of their game.
Okay, yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was I remember.
By the way, I don't think we've had an actual roll-up, or unless I haven't been keeping track, maybe a fact checker might have been, but I don't think we've had a roll-up so far tonight, now that you fucking said it. But we've got Gigi Dolan versus Kiana James, folks, so give us your prediction if you haven't done so already. I think everybody knows I'm taking Gigi here. I got to stick with my girl. Oh, Neidhart played for the Rams also, I guess. Is the contract signed between Brock Breaker and Carmelo Hayes the main event of the show tonight? I would assume so at this point. Oh, yes. Massey did also play in the NFL. No dispute. Carmelo, worst NBA wrestler. So you'd put Rodman over him? Or Shaq? Rock CFL. Wahoo McDaniel, Ernie Ladd, yes. Taking GG. Limp Bizkit should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Yes. 1, 2, 3, WrestleMania 10, WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 24. Fair enough. No, X7 again. No love for X7.
WrestleMania 2000 was an awesome wrestling video game for the N64.
I was gonna say, I remember the video game. The fucking pay-per-view was shit until where you had a McMahon in every corner. Mind-boggling. Cyndi Lauper not inducted into the Hall of Fame. Really? I didn't think about that. If Kid Rock, why not Biscuit? Fair enough. Yeah, if Kid Rock's in there, goddamn it, Limp Bizkit should be. GG for the win. GG for the win. Hassan, is this the last one? And this might be the last match. I think. 2, 3, and that's over. GG with the win. Easy. Yeah, so that should be the last match tonight, and we should be just getting the contract signed in between Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes. Oh, so they are just adding people. So it is going to be a multi-woman. But so that was a qualifying match. So
it looks like it's just going to be a triple threat, though, a triple threat ladder.
But match. No, or initially it looked like it was just going to be a singles match. So they're just adding people. So it's Gigi versus Zoe Starks versus TBD. Shaq versus Carmelo Hayes versus Carmelo Anthony slam dunk contest. I'm gonna take Shaq. Even in his age, I will take Shaq.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn attacking Kiana James. Oh, and Fallon Henley won't be able to show up because she's investigating her office because of bullshit shenanigans. Because we've got to have our little Vince Russo-esque video fucking segment backstage.
Oh, Gargano.
Johnny finally got home. It only took him about an hour and 40 minutes. This is very much, they're calling back to the like what was it? It was like, I think it was Randy Orton, Triple H, or at least Edge and Randy Orton.
Oh, yeah. It was Randy Orton, Triple H, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had the Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. Yeah, obviously, you had the Pillman, Stone Cold, but this isn't quite like that. This is, welcome home. But see, to me, if I'm Grayson Waller, my issue should still be with Sean. I'm gonna hurt your boy as bad as I'm gonna hurt you type shit. If he showed up, well, maybe they saved that to go home. You show up at Sean's house and you do that. That to me is more impactful than this. Waller right now just throwing hands on the steps. Who's going through the table in the contract signing? Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes. Yes, over under, or give us your predictions on who goes up, who goes through the table. I'm gonna say Trick. Attack Grayson. Right. Orton and Triple H. Yes, see. And Taker and Paul Bearer segment at his house. Fair enough. Waller just used the pocket sand defense of Dale Gribble. Yes, pocket sand. Sha-sha-sha. Candace, put the women and children in bed and just, bust out there and hit a fucking Hurricane Run or something. You're a fucking wrestler too, damn it. Oh, he broke a rake over his back. Oh, God. Oh, like a modified curb stomp to where he's got his arms pinned back and then hits it.
It's so bad because I feel like if it was a little bit more realistic, like the wife would be screaming and like, you know, maybe not have their kid watching.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they are a wrestling family. To me, it's one of those of if this had been a Gargano Waller feud, this makes a bit more sense than Gargano just stepped in to be the replacement for HBK, to be like kind of his advocate. So it's a bit, yeah. Waller got busted open in the mouth, but it wasn't bad. It's just misplaced. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is going to be more superstars at it. So it's not going to just be like a triple threat or anything like that. Like, and so we're also going to have a NXT North American Championship Open Challenge. It's going to be Wesley versus with 4 other competitors. So NXT Stand and Deliver, very much that card's already filled out and already starting to kind of get stacked. Because we're getting the women's tag match, we're getting a North American Championship, and it is hosted, by the way, by Pretty Deadly. So for everyone that was talking about it earlier, you got your wish, unless you heard it and I didn't hear it because I was talking over. But I could see them teaming up with the Miz and somehow in some fade, even if it's just for one segment. But we're getting the contract signing coming up next. We've got Carmelo Hayes coming out with trick of he is him Jones, he is him Duncan, he is himmy Neutron, he is himmy Turner, he is himmy Cricket, all of that. But so who do you think goes through the table, sir? Which, by the way, on Thursday, because I know today's Pie Day, why? So we gotta salute.
Is this a title match?
It being Pie Day, but I better see this whole chat being nothing but what on 3/16 day. What? When we're here for Thursday, what? With Impact and Ring of Honor, KJ and Luna Havoc. What? What were you saying? Sorry.
Is this for the title?
It will be at Stand and Deliver. This is the contract signing.
Oh, this is the contract. Oh, okay. That's what you're asking.
Yes.
Who goes through the Carmelo Hayes? I don't know if anyone goes through the table.
That's an anomaly, sir, when it comes to WWE contract signings. Of
that's true.
Someone must go through the table.
I just don't.
You just don't what?
I don't know if I see any of them going through the table.
Well, that's why, like I said, I think
I see them maybe clearing off the table.
I think Trick goes through it of Braun's going to.
Okay, yeah, I forgot about Trick. So
Braun's going to go for Carmelo, and he's going to end up grabbing Trick, or vice versa type thing, and Trick goes through the table. That's what I feel.
I can ride with that. I can see that.
Answer your question, Small Mark. Stand and Deliver is on April 1st, the same day as WrestleMania Night 1. And folks, if you didn't know so already, this is the place you need to be for all of your wrestling coverage, especially going into WrestleMania season, because we're literally, like I said, if we were talking backstage earlier about there's so many things of what to cover and who's covered what and when and where and why and all of that. So absolutely, we got you covered on anything and everything. All of your WrestleMania weekend. Be here live for Stand and Deliver and probably just hang around until night 1 at this point. So If you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, tell everybody that you know that is, was, could have, should have, would have been a wrestling fan about us. And like, share, and subscribe. But yes, so Stand and Delivers on April 1st, and it's not an April Fool's joke. But like already, we've got Pie. Why? NXT. Why? 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 We're just going through the channel, just grinding on a different level. Absolutely. 100%. The channel, the alternative commentary for anything and everything, the channel that even the wrestlers tune into. Go and check out an interview with Cole Roderick and Grim Reaper. If you don't believe me on that whole statement, go and watch a Revolution stream if you don't believe me that we're the channel that even people in attendance are tuning into. So absolutely, we're like when you go to like a sporting event or a NASCAR race or anything like that, and you can tune into a certain driver's commentary track and everything like that, or commentary and everything. That's what we got for you. We're that extra little spice of wrestling in your life that you didn't know you needed. The what channel? Oh God, you're gonna get me in trouble with KG here if I'm out here saying, same what time, same what channel, same what station. What? It's at the Crypto Arena in LA. Yes. Fair enough. Or no, I thought it was. Is it at SoFi? I thought it was at SoFi. Guessing Braun for the table gets revenge next week. Braun versus Trick added. Interesting, Steven. I can see that. Remember Pillman ECW promo? The crowd was going nuts. Also, Pillman was gonna. Fair enough. But then Security and Paul Heyman had. Well, with Pillman's whole segment very much is he managed to work Eric Bischoff and then proceeded to just try and work everybody. Of it'd be great, Eric, is if you actually release me. So they fully believe that I'm released, and then just, hey, I'm out of my contract, guys. Oh yeah, now we get fucking Scooby-Doo and the gang, Jensen and the gang showing up.
I hate this.
Saying Rutro Raggy, because these redheaded ladies, bro, you work with them, learn their names. If I have to, you have to. Nost. Bow wow yippee.
Nothing but talking me. Okay.
Fair enough. In case 100%, I would have to say with this channel of folks of I got a important medical announcement. I need to announce I got that dog in me. It's gone on a different fucking level. But like I said, we've got Carmelo Hayes coming out right now with Trick Williams for the contract signing. He is him Jones. He is him Duncan. He is out here walking in his Himberlands. He is Himmy Neutron, Himmy Turner, Himmy Cricket, anything and everything, folks. He's the guy to me in NXT. Regardless of how you feel about Braun Breaker, any other top tier guy, whether it be Braun Breaker, Dijak, fucking Tony, Von Wagner, anybody, anything. Carmelo Hayes is the guy when you talk about NXT. Can we just call him Rex Steiner already, please?
Rex, for real.
Well, see, and he's coming out. See, like I said, he's coming out with I got that dog in me. It's amazing. He looks like Rick, but talks like Scott.
Yeah, he does. It's so amazing.
You know what, Carmelo? You got a 33 and a third % chance of beating me. A sacrifice. Thank you, gentlemen. Great stream. Catch you again soon. Until next time. Bye. Shout out Steve. Fair enough. As actually, yeah. So we're going over when it comes to NXT right now. This is when NXT would be done. So I wonder how many people's DVRs are cutting off right now, and they're gonna miss out on this. Trick out here looking like he's about to fucking just cut the hottest mumble rap verse of 2023. NXT gonna have to add some more star power to sell out crypto, I believe. Oh, so Stan delivers that crypto, and
oh my god,
all right,
why?
I get you. So WrestleMania's at SoFi. I get you now. It's a bit like when they were in what was it, Texas last year, I believe. To where we had it the same day and they had it, the next town over. But we've got Pretty Deadly out here interrupting that's changed the game that's changed the betting odds of who goes through the table, because I feel like it's going to be them now. Elton Prince out here looking like everybody's initial 2K23 creator wrestler here with the fucking comfy pants and the Jeff Hardy discount armbands and everything. NXT ends at 10:08 every Tuesday. So why are you advertising a show that you're initially giving yourself 8 minutes to run over? Tighten it up. Trick needs to take up the mantle and become the new pope. Oh Lord, that's aggressive, Chris.
Yeah.
Gunther and Pete Dunne had NXT title longer. Also WWE. Fair enough, Willard. Relevancy, sure, sir. That's where I call into question with that statement of relevancy. Didn't NXT end at 10:15 last week? Larry, that's anticipating that between the vitamins and just having a good time chatting with y'all that I pay attention fully to the time. It's when, I realize I see people bowing out is when I pay attention to the time. And it's freaking, that's got to be, is that just like a in the Steiner family of they have to say freaking in the middle of every sentence? Braun loses and goes up to the main roster now. I still thought that that was my long-term prediction, is that Braun's the one that dethrones Roman. I feel like that's highly, highly unlikely at this point, but not out of the realm of possible.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's possible at all. He's not on Roman's level.
But does Roman retain at WrestleMania, I guess, is the better question.
No, I think it's Cody's going to dethrone him. I think Roman's going to take a break afterwards.
Fair enough. I feel like a lot of people have said that, but I like Roman enough if I don't want that.
Yeah. I mean, who's really been on that level? Like,
nobody. He ate Cody Rhodes alive during a promo.
Yeah.
I'm going to do something and you might not like it. Have you ever competed for that one?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever won that one? Have you ever even competed for one of these? Have you ever made an event in WrestleMania? See, I done all that.
Best heel move. Like, that's just awesome.
See, I'm going to try this one now. But see, Real Daddy told me, boy, you just are it. You couldn't sell it. You couldn't get rid of it. You are it.
Yeah.
That was best Roman. But we've got Carmelo saying, I don't want smiling on the poster, Braun. I don't want happy on an NXT on a Tuesday, Braun. I want the Braun that won War Games. I want the Braun that won at the pay-per-views.
Isn't it amazing how much he's evolved? Roman. It's going from suffering succotash all the way to
going from and it was so interesting to me as I'll click through these as we're talking, but of how when we saw the Austin Theory Cena promo, it instantly reminded me of it's called a promo, kid. If you want to be the big dog, you're going to have to learn how to cut one. We went from that to he's out there and he's eating alive. Cody Rhodes, one of arguably the best, doing it on the mic and just like literally it looks like a master class.
Yeah.
Of here's how you cut a promo, kid. It just looked so natural. I know people thought about it because of the whole WrestleMania thing and everything, but to me, he's on par with Dwayne when it comes to that. Of just the natural, it can naturally pull off something like that.
It's the confidence too. Like it just rolls off of him like with ease.
Well, it's the confidence, and it's not even if you're in the waters with what you're saying, it's carrying yourself at that level.
Yeah.
Of shit hits differently because you carry yourself differently.
Wow. Yeah. Absolutely.
As we've got Carmelo signing.
Obviously, Pretty Deadly's going through the table.
Well, I was going to say, we've already got the crowds chanting, we want tables, and everybody's saying, I've got an idea. How about put Pretty Deadly through the tables? Yeah, well, we didn't know they were going to be at play here. Have they said anything about Roxy yet? Small Mark, they opened pretty much the show with that of she's left the medical facility, but they're having a ladder match at Stand and Deliver to determine who's going to be the new NXT Women's Champion. And so, as everybody's about to walk off, we get wait here between Pretty Deadly. So, like I said, they're going through the tables now. Double spine buster type shit. Yup. Double side suplex. But so Pretty Deadly is the one that goes to the table. As we get, of course, the shirtless stare down between Carmelo and Braun.
I was right. I didn't see any of them going through the table. I didn't expect Pretty Deadly to be there, but I didn't expect the two of them to go in there. I said,
this man just calling it on all of technicalities.
That's right.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. Cliff Stradamus, Piff Cliff can have that. But folks, that does that. Christ, I saw a fucking boarhead in a pub looking, and I thought we were about to be getting a Gallus or a Sheamus or a Drew McIntyre type promo, especially around St. Patrick's Day. But that does it for NXT tonight. So 100% give us your ratings tonight of how you feel about not quite the go home, but we're building towards Stand and Deliver. If we've had a lot of matches announced for it, let me know your ratings for NXT tonight.
You know what?
That was awesome.
I'm gonna have to give this a good a high rating.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's one sole reason for it, and it's because
you think about that.
Well, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you think about that while I read this out here. Okay. So it wasn't kayfabe, or does she miraculously return at Stand and Deliver to win the match? Small Mark. The only way it wasn't kayfabe is if she already had a pre-existing issue. But to me, it was 100% kayfabe. You can go and watch me and Cliff argue about it earlier tonight. You can go and watch me and KJ argue about it either on Friday or on Monday about it. I don't agree with doing that spot in that whole situation at that time because of just the way the world kind of what's gone on recently, but it is 100% kayfabe of unless she's working an injury or unless they're waiting for that big Cena Hunter pop return when she comes back. That's the only reason that this is happening. But sorry.
I think everyone's tired of hearing you being soft. No, I'm just kidding.
Soft. And you can't beat that. What?
No, I'm going to give this one a high rating today. The sole reason being that it felt quick. It didn't feel like it was dragging. I thought the time went pretty quick, and I was invested. So let's say I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. Let's do 8. I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
You give it an 8 out of 10. All right. So you're almost right along here with the audience here of Excalibur saying 8 out of 10. That backstage stuff with those 4 is terrible. Everything else was enjoyable. Agree with that, and I almost halfway want to give it that type of rating. Larry's saying 7 out of 10. Even though Chris, even just going off of apparently us, have given it a 9 out of 10. So see, you're just going off of us, giving us a 9 out of 10. Chris. Right. But you still got to outdo Mick here with a 10 plus 10 here.
Plus.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You blow my mind. What? Damien with an 8 out of 10. So Damien's right around there with you. But Richard with a 9 out of 10. What do we got over here? See, with Cliffy over here. What do we got over here? Cup haters. So you gave it an 8, sir?
Yep.
Right. So I will just last time, folks. We are the Wrestling for Life Network. We here covered anything and everything. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the rebar mitzvah of, make a man again out of MJF. And if I'm not on stream, I definitely want to be tuning into that. Just to see the nonsense. But absolutely, folks, we're here covering anything and everything. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Nobody does it like we do. The alternative commentary for anything and everything. The wrestling channel, even the wrestlers tune into. The channel, even the people in attendance tune into. But if you haven't done so already, give us your rating for NXT as we'll wrap it up tonight. But again, Mick is going hard in the paint here. 10 plus 100.
Plus 100. Damn, dude.
Don't go into negotiations with Vince McMahon over buying WWE because you'll be going out there, hook, line, and sinker. This stream, 10 out of 10. Fair enough.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
We've got a 10 out of 10, and we've got a 10 plus 100 there. I'll take it to 11 tikakillion out of 10. Fair enough. No, see, that's what it comes to, folks. When you look at other wrestling streams and everything like that, and other wrestling channels, we're like the Spinal Tap but these go to 11. Mick saying I'll be here tomorrow. What? Fair enough. Stu Grayson returns tomorrow on AEW Dynamite. What? This stream, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Damon. I will go. You gave it an 8 again, sir. You gave it an 8. 8. I'll go. It
was good, man.
7.5. I'll go 7. Good. I'll go 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Because we didn't get really much of anything of the whole open challenge was just to set up another segment, another match for Stand and Deliver. I will give them the credit. They did a really good job of building up Stand and Deliver tonight.
They did.
But
bro, you gotta give it to that whole. I'm gonna have to dispute you for a second because you have
bring it on.
You have to admit that segment with JD McDonough and Dragunov.
Yeah, that was good. You know what? I loved how the North American Championship.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they fused that together into that story where
I do like and then they all of a sudden went through that was literally even through the next match, all of that they took it through the whole arena. But let's not forget we had, Secret Agent Man. We had Mission Bar Rescue there with Fallon Henry and Dark Dynasty.
It was so
Let's not forget we had scripts out there in the Cyrax in the robotic voice and everything as well.
You had to mention scripts, didn't you?
Exactly. See, you wanted to skip right by that. If we just acknowledge it that it didn't happen. No, that
okay. Now you actually convinced me to lower my rating. I'm gonna have to give it a 7.
See what comes around is all around, Ricky.
Yeah, you just grounded me.
So what is your final lock it in now?
Yeah, I'm doing 7 out of 10 just because of scripts.
I forgot about scripts. The whole point. I thought you were about to do it.
Yeah, because that was bad, man. That was real bad.
Fair enough. So, final ratings for anybody that wants to get it in. Final thoughts, anything like that before we head on out of here. Absolutely, folks. But I feel like tonight, again, like I said, they did a really good job of setting up Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver looks like a really good card. I gotta give them praise. They did 3 women in the ring at the same time in a trios tag match, or in a triple threat tag match. They did good with the contract signing a little bit. They did good with the tag match between Pretty Deadly and Gallus. It's just everything. They did really good with Ilya and JD. It's the little backstage stuff that's still very NXT 2.0 that just at this point feels so out of place and so out of pocket.
They got to stop that.
It's an issue.
They got to end that whole Nost Malone garbage because that's killing me. That's killing me. And stop making scripts a thing.
End scripts before you end Nost Malone. I'll take Nost Malone over scripts.
I agree with that statement.
Fair enough. But Mick, we will be here live at 8 o'clock. We might sneak on a little early. You never know. That's why you need to hit that like button. You need to hit that subscribe button. You need to hit that bell notification, folks. You need to do it like they do at the beginning and end of every match, because you never know when we'll show up and what we'll be showing up covering or who we'll be talking to. So, absolutely. Cliff Stramus, Piff Cliff, any final thoughts, sir, before I think we heading towards the door here. So any final thoughts before we bow out for tonight?
Man, good night, good show. I'm chill. I'll see you guys all next week.
Fair enough. So I'm just making sure. Well, Small Mark, thank you. 5-star stream. Go and tell Meltzer that, because, well, no, if it's the Meltzer rating, we should be at least like 7.5, maybe. Christ, I think he could probably do it. A 10-point stream. See? Oh, where was it? Meltzer gives the stream 7 stars. Yes, so we even outdid the Iron Man match between MJF and Danielson. But I will end this, folks, and it just feels a little fitting, especially with 1 year ago today and everything like that. But hard work pays off. Dreams do come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. Peace. Catch you on the flip side, folks. Adios. Now give me my theme music.